Okay, I am doing my read aloud, and I chose the book My Name Is Yoon by Helen Rekorvitz, and I chose this book because our classrooms are growing more and more diverse, so I felt like this would be a good book for students, since there's so many students that are coming in from different countries, in different cities. This book could help them deal with identity issues in coming to the US or to a new city and feeling like they don't fit in, because this book is about a little girl named Yoon who's from Korea. She moves to the United States with her family, and her dad tells her that he wants to teach her to learn to write her name in English, and she is not really interested. She loves how her name looks in Korean, and so she holds on to her Korean values while learning to adapt to the new culture of the United States. So I just felt like this would be a really good book for students, since our classrooms are so diverse, and we all have our own identities, and helping kids become aware about other people's differences in cultures and origins and things like that. So my questions. One of the questions, if I was teaching this to students in the classroom, that I would start off with would be saying something like, had they ever gone anywhere and felt homesick, and why did they feel that way? Why do they feel like they felt that way if they were out somewhere? Maybe with a friend, they were going to spend the night with a friend or something. They might have felt like they wanted to be home. Did they overcome that feeling? So while I was reading it, maybe think about, if they were in a new place or if they had to move, how might they feel leaving behind their friends and having a whole bunch of new set of students in a classroom, that homesick kind of feeling. They want to be back home maybe. So anyway, my book is My Name Is Yoon by Helen Rekorvitz, and the pictures were done by Gabby Swiatkowska. I hope I said that right. I hope you can see these. I'll do my best. iPad, so. But my name is Yoon. I came here from Korea, a country far away. It was not long after we settled in that my father called me to his side. Soon you will go to your new school. You must learn to print your name in English, he said. Here, this is how it looks. Oh, there. Yoon. I wrinkled my nose. I did not like Yoon. Lines, circles, each standing alone. My name looks happy in Korean, I said. The symbols dance together. And in Korean, my name means shining wisdom. I like the Korean way better. Well, you must learn to write it this way. Remember, even when you write in English, it still means shining wisdom. I did not want to learn the new way. I wanted to go back home to Korea. I did not like America. Everything was different here. But my father handed me a pencil, and his eyes said, "Do as I say." He showed me how to print every letter in the English alphabet. So I practiced, and my father was very pleased. Look, he called my mother. See how well our little Yoon does? Yes, she said. She will be a wonderful student. I wrinkled my nose. My first day at school, I sat quietly at my desk while the teacher talked about cat. She wrote cat on the chalkboard. She read a story about cat. I did not know what her words meant, but I knew what the pictures said. She sang a song about cat. It was a pretty song, and I tried to sing the words too. Later, she gave me a paper with my name on it. Name, Yoon, she said, and she pointed to the empty lines underneath. I did not want to write Yoon. I wrote cat instead. I wrote cat on every line. Cat, cat, cat. I wanted to be Cat. I wanted to hide in a corner. My mother would find me and cuddle up close to me. I would close my eyes and mew quietly. The teacher looked at my paper. She shook her head and frowned. "So you are Cat?" she asked. The ponytail girl sitting behind me giggled. After school, I said to my father, "We should go back to Korea. It is better there." "Do not talk like that," he said. "America is your home now." I sat by the window and watched a little robin hop in the yard. He is all alone too, I thought. He has no friends. No one likes him. Then I had a very good idea. If I draw a picture for the teacher, then maybe she will like me. It was the best bird I'd ever drawn. "Look, Father," I said proudly. "Oh, this makes me happy," he said. "Now do this." And he showed me how to print bird under the picture. The next day at school, the teacher handed me another Yoon paper to print, but I did not want to print Yoon. I wrote bird instead. I wrote bird on every line. I wanted to be bird. I wanted to fly back to Korea. I would fly to my nest and I would tuck my head under my little brown wing. The teacher looked at my paper again. She shook her head. "So you are bird?" she asked. Then I showed her my special robin drawing. I patted my red dress and then I patted the red robin. I lowered my head and peeked up at her. The teacher smiled. "How was school today, my daughter?" my mother asked. "I think the teacher likes me a little," I said. "Well, that is good," my mother said. "Yes, but at my school in Korea, I was my teacher's favorite. I had many friends. Here I am all alone." "You must be patient with everyone, including yourself," my mother said. "You will be a fine student, and you will make many new friends here." The next day at recess, I stood near the fence by myself. I watched the ponytail girl sitting on the swing. She watched me, too. Suddenly, she jumped off the swing and ran over to me. She had a package in her hand. The wrapper said, "Cupcake." She opened it and gave me one. She giggled. I giggled too. When we were back in school, the teacher gave us more printing papers. I did not want to write Yoon. I wrote Cupcake instead. I wanted to be Cupcake. The children would clap their hands when they saw me. They would be excited. "Cupcake," they would say. "Here is Cupcake." The teacher looked at my paper. "And today you are Cupcake," she said. She smiled a very big smile. Her eyes said, "I like this girl, Yoon." After school, I told my mother about my ponytail friend. I sang a new song for my father. I sang in English. "You make us so proud, little Yoon," my mother said. "Maybe America will be a good home," I thought. Maybe different is good too. The next day at school, I could hardly wait to print. And this time I wrote Yoon on every line. When my teacher looked at my paper, she gave me a big hug. "Aha! You are Yoon," she said. Yes, I am Yoon. I write my name in English now. It still means shining wisdom. So I think after I finish the story, I would ask students, and my discussion question might be, what do you think you can do to help children like Yoon to overcome the difficulties she faced in her new country? I think they could relate to maybe from the homesick thing, like how they might feel not understanding the language, maybe not understanding cultural aspect as well, obviously. But yeah, I think that would be something I would talk about with the students. Anyway, yes, that's my story. My name is Yoon. I hope you guys could see it. I was kind of looking this way, but okay. All right.